Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to 30CAGR YouTube channel. Friends, in this video, we are going to discuss about five types of diversifications that we can have in time-based strategies. There are two types of trading. One is algo or automated trading, and the second one is called discretionary, right? We all know that. Now, especially when it comes to the auto trading or algo trading, these days these time-based strategies are very famous for the last like 4 to 5 years, especially, and there are so many reasons for that. The drawdowns are extremely low, like 8 to 10%. Before that, any directional strategy or non-directional strategy used to have drawdowns around 25-30%. But these time-based strategies have one specialty, like the drawdowns, even with all these injections and all, the drawdowns are very much within the limit, like 8 to 10% if played correctly, right? And then the second is ease of execution as well, right? Ease of execution and backtesting as well. Earlier, if you had to backtest something, then you need to have huge data. There were no platforms. There were days when we had to buy the data for almost 50-60,000 rupees as well from the data vendors. Now, because of sites like StockMark that you see on the screen, it's very easy for us to do the back testing as well, right? And then execution also, there are so many execution platforms that provide these time-based strategy algo tradings. For instance, if you have your own strategy, it might be a little difficult because again you have to get a developer and then ask him to develop the tool right from the scratch. But for time-based strategies, there are so many sites which provide automation tools. Even at Blue Chip Algos, our own website, we have a couple of tools. One is TradeBots Web for web based product, and then the other one is a desktop for desktop clients. Okay, your dedicated algo tool to run the strategies. Now there are a lot of things, a lot of variables at play, especially when you are trading in time-based strategies. It's such a beautiful strategy where you can change a lot of things and diversify your entire trading portfolio, right? By diversification, I mean it's always important to diversify your capital. I always keep saying that if you have certain amount of capital, don't put all the capital in one strategy. Diversify into multiple strategies, right? In this video, we are going to talk what are those kinds of diversifications that I use personally, or what I generally recommend to people, and maybe it would help you also when you are probably checking out a strategy or automating your time-based strategy. Okay, so just like this, you can see that I also diversify into a lot of strategies, and you can see that I get profit and losses. It's not about the profit. Fortunately, today I got around 12,000 rupees profit, but I also get profit and losses. I keep posting my MTMs regularly on Twitter and YouTube. But the most important point here is, whether you get profit or loss, you need to stick to the strategy for a few days and see how it is working, right? So all right, let's get to the topic. What are different kinds of diversifications that we can have in time-based strategies? Before that, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and hit on bell icon, because you are going to see a lot of such algo tools and new topics that I'm going to make in future. So with that, let's get to the topic. There are like five types of diversifications, as I mentioned. The first is time-based diversification, right? It's very obvious probably. Time-based diversification is nothing but you enter at different times in a particular day, right? For demonstration purpose, I'm using StockMark, but you can also use any other website. There are many websites who provide backtesting reports for these time-based strategies. So for demonstration purpose, let's go to the basket and create a new basket. I don't know, maybe let's keep it as 1 2 3. Now assume that you are trying to find a strategy in Bank Nifty, right? So Bank Nifty call option sell and put option sell. Now one thing that you could do is a time-based diversification. Let's say 3:15 is your exit time and 9:30 is your entry time, right? So you can just put 9:30 as your first strategy. You can copy this and you can enter another strategy at 10:30, right? And then maybe you can add another strategy and make it as 11:30. So what happens is these kinds of diversification, time diversification will give you a benefit in case if there is a violent move in the morning in the first 1 hour or 2 hours, the other two strategies or one strategy at least will escape from that and it will help you recover some of your losses, right? And at the same time, if there is a like a cool market, non-directional market, all three will give you profits. So this is nothing but time-based diversifications, which is a first type. And then the second type is uh, price based diversification. So in price based diversification, probably what you will do is you can enter in the same time. Okay, all three strategies we will enter at 9:30 only, but you will choose to probably have a different price, maybe ATM plus 200 and ATM minus 200 for this update. And then let's say maybe 2 strategy 2 and update, and here also it will be 9:30 only strategy 3, and here probably we'll go 400 and minus 400. All right. So what this does to you is, even though you enter at the same time, since the prices are different, see, the strikes that are pretty close to ATM are very sensitive towards the underlying. Okay, even if underlying moves a little bit, these might go ahead and hit the stop losses. Whereas the options that are far from ATM, they are lesser sensitive to the underlying price movement. So in some cases, we see that market is pretty cool for the first 2-3 hours and all three strategies are in profit, but suddenly there is a small spike and the ATM or near ATM strikes will give you losses, because both CE and PE probably sometimes hit the stop loss. But the other strategies which are far from ATM, they might not react so much, because they are approaching the closing time, and maybe for that reason they would give you some profit, right? So this is called entry based diversification. And then the third one is stop loss based diversification. This is really very, very important, and it makes a huge difference when you are planning your strategies. For instance, let's say for this you have a stop loss of maybe 25%, and the next strategy, let's consider this also, you have put it ATM only, and for this the stop loss that you have put is maybe around 50%. All right. And then the third one also absolutely have the same entry time and same entry price, but here let's say the stop loss is 70% or 100%. This is very, very, very important of all the diversifications, I would say, because in this what happens is, again, especially people who are trading in expiry, right? These days 0DT, these expiries are pretty famous. So in those expiries, 25% stop losses can get hit very frequently, right? For those days, I think these 100% stop losses will help you. And at the same time, if there is any day where it is trending continuously upward or downward, on those days 25% strategies will give you a lot of profit, because on one side you are getting 25% loss and on the other side you are getting 100% profit. So there will be a net of 75% profit in that particular strategy, right? So a combination of these different stop losses will also help you a lot in terms of diversification, right? So this is the third type. And then the fourth type is DT based diversification, right? Days to expiration. You don't necessarily have to put all your eggs in one basket. When I say one basket, expiry day basket, right? Why do we have to trade everything on strikes that expire today, right? So what we can do is, we can also probably trade in instrument that will expire today, and then maybe in instrument that will expire next week or next month. You can trade in monthly expiries, weekly expiries, long term expiry, short term expiry, current month expiry, current week expiry. So you can trade in that as well. What that will do is, while current week expiry actually has like time advantage, or time decay is on your side since you are selling in these strategies, while the farther expiries have probably directional advantage, right? If market is trending, then you will have probably directional advantage. So days to expiration is another thing that you can trade on. And last but not the least is symbol based diversification. We do not need to trade everything in one symbol. Okay, actually this fifth type, symbol based diversification, also goes hand in hand with uh, DTE based diversification. What I mean to say by that is, you don't need to trade in bank nifty always, right? Even though today is, let's say, bank nifty expiry, you can still go ahead and trade in nifty, because tomorrow is nifty's expiry, which becomes 1 DTE, right? 1 day to expiration. And you can put the same stop loss, probably 25 and 25, submit. And then another strategy, you can go ahead and pick Sensex, right? Sensex will be 2 DTE, because today is Wednesday, it becomes 2 DTE. And again, you have same stop loss. Remember, here we have same stop loss, same ATM point or same entry price, and then we have same entry time as well. Okay, so entry price, entry time, and the stop loss, all three are same. But what's the variable? The variable here is the symbol, right? We are trading in three different symbols. First one is bank nifty, second one is nifty, probably we need to name it appropriately, and then the third one is Sensex. So this is a fantastic way to again diversify your strategy, because you all know that symbols that are going to expire today again are very sensitive, and there might be some kind of again injections. These days you see that there are so many fluctuations, heavy fluctuations happening for a very short span of time, and those are happening especially in the current day expiry mostly, right? So in those cases, if you diversify it into three different instruments, these will help you as from the perspective of symbol diversification as well as DTE diversification as well. So this is the fifth, and again one more probably most important ways of diversifying your trading strategies. So we have discussed five different types of diversifications. One is time based diversification. Second one is entry price. Especially when we talk about entry price, it need not be ATM. You can also choose ATM percent, closest to premium, or CP based straddle premium. There are so many ways of diversifying this entry price in the market. Different tools come up with innovative ideas, so you can choose any of these. But the most important thing is all these fall under one bucket called entry price diversification, right? And the third is stop loss based diversification. Again, very important of all five types of diversifications. And then the fourth is DTE based diversification, wherein you can trade in many expiries across the symbol. And then last but not the least, fifth one is symbol based diversification. As you can see, we can trade in different symbols and also take that advantage of symbol diversification, right? So these are really five important variables that you can play around when you are trading in time based strategies. Check it out. I'm sure you will be able to find a number of strategies using these five variables. And remember, in the demonstration I just changed one variable, but it can also be many to many combinations, right? So you can also change instead of one variable change, you can also change two variables, three variables, four variables, and hundreds of strategies you can find out, right? So as per your risk appetite, see which one is good for you, but at the same time also make sure that it's not curve fitted. Whenever you identify a strategy, check it out across different time frames, and the results should be similar across all time frames, right? So that's all for today, and hope you enjoyed. In case if you would like to receive more such videos about all these strategies, do not forget to subscribe. And as I mentioned, in case if you plan to automate these kinds of time-based strategies, you can also visit bluechipalgos.com. You have different kinds of algo tools. In fact, we also have other algo tools also, so you can just check it out in the website or contact us. We'll put the number in the description. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.